Obviously, I was about to say we're about to go live, but apparently, hopefully, the sheep and zombies are doing what they do best, which is to spark up unnecessary, I don't know, just like drama. It's one thing to do commentary, a whole another thing to engage in drama, basically. So, welcome to another edition of Crowns and Tea with your favorite mean girl, your fabulous one, sweetest tech princess, envy me greatly. All right, you did. As per usual, shout out to New Orleans. Education and all, we always gotta represent the city where we come from for particular reasons, obviously. So I'm just gonna give it a minute. I'm not waiting for any sheep or zombies to come in because I would basically like to get on here, shoot the breeze without being interrupted. Last time I was interrupted, and if some, I don't know, some gamma, and he could or could not be a gamma, but it was like gamma mentality. Why aren't you shaving, sir? Why are you looking underneath my armpits? And why are you not asking yourself, like, do you sleep with me? All right, so now that that has been understood, what's understood, there's no need to explain. So let's get into it, you guys, because y'all know, I've seen, like, I don't know how I came across this, but individuals like denouncing sororities. Back in the day, sororities used to be like not the go-to necessarily, but sororities and fraternities used to be the thing. Ricky Smiley, how you doing? To join because obviously they were built upon the foundations of community service, giving back to the community. You know what I'm saying? Engaging in humanity programs and stuff like that. Today it's a little bit different, and I understand how you have different, we're going to call them organizations, not movements, because movements tend to be a little bit radical unnecessarily. So I don't want to use the word arcs either, but I think that's more fitting for this discussion. hmm Today, I understand that, and I'm going to talk slowly, y'all, because y'all know I be getting animated, amped up, and all the other stuff, for reasons. And I curse like a sailor for reasons, because last time some jackass, the girls were engaging in discussions and important conversations, and the jackass decided to put us on their channel. I'm like, you did not get any permission, sir, at all. Respectfully, you didn't get any permission to have people's voice placed on your channel, and that's why I don't do that to others, basically. So I'm saying, you know how you have different like organizations or whatever, or calls for actions being infiltrated or whatever. I think that's what happened to fraternities and sororities, and perhaps they got us to not got me because I don't hate these individuals. I might beat their ass up, but I don't condone violence. All right, violence begets violence, though. Um, Y'all, there's so much bullshit going on. And I don't even know, like, the bullshit can be in plain sight, no differently from the truth. So, and this is like this subject is truly, is just like you want to giggle, but then again you want to just be like, what the fuck? So no different from how other organizations were infiltrated. I think that's what happened to sororities and fraternities. So now individuals are going across, the YouTube space. Obviously, a lot of them have removed their channels, not channels, well, that too, remove the content or whatever because of quote unquote backlash. I hope that real sorority chicks like from back now. I hope you're not harassing and doxing people and doing all that other stuff. If people want to denounce and renounce and denounce, let them go on about their way or whatever, because obviously they were not meant to be there in the first place. And this is why private organizations or private communities are important, you guys, no matter the color and or creed, because individuals will pretend that they're for a cause like the pro hotel movements. They're not really about black people. So when they always feeling, well, the white man got his foot on their neck, we're not discounting discrimination of any kind, okay? We're not saying that it does not exist. We're just saying that the white man does not have his foot on your neck like you proclaim. And if he does, call out a name, please. Call out the department and call out the organization, okay? So we're going to sit up there and separate the shit from sugar because all that glitters is not gold, okay? And that's one of many reasons why Envy Me Greatly does not move for just simply a paycheck, okay? So let's get that understood. And I sponsor myself, as you can see. Someone either stole my gavel, and that gavel was not cheap. And so I have to get another one. Now, I will call out some names, but I'm not trying to be messy because I don't have any concrete evidence that this individual stole it. But I'm pretty sure that this individual someone discarded my gavel. And it's okay because I'm going to replace it. I'm not going to be like, oh, Mitch McConnell, I need to replace my gavel. Look, how about them stipends, sir? Okay, for my hard work and dedication, the grit, the blood, the sweat, the tears, all those things. All right, all right. So say, all right, all right, all right. Don't be don't be answering yourself back, y'all. Because if you're doing that, I'm gonna put out a motherfucking 5150 on you. Okay. All right. So let's get back into it. So I don't expect, oh, white man replace my gavel because some colored person stole it, either ran off with it or ran off on a plug twice. You heard me. I don't know what happened to the gavel. All I know is, ew, at first it's like, oh, that little thing you be sitting up there doing the little videos, and I'm not gonna get into that because it's a very, touchy subject or whatever. I just don't feel as though, because y'all know news travel around the internet super fast. And that was the most important thing about not having to rely on the mainstream. I'll try. Even though they extended olive branches because they really feel as though, goddamn, like, what's going on? Because back in the day they'd be on the ground, like, we want to know the tea, like they want to be, what I'm saying, the soap operas, like back in the day. Young and the Restless was my fave. Thank you for asking. And let me read this, y'all. So, more issues than Vogue. A storm is brewing. Next, we will discuss how toxic frats, and this is the next because I have part 1 and part 2, and I believe part 3 put up already. And this episode is not going to drop probably until I have to decide whether I'm going to drop it on Friday or drop it on Saturday, okay? So, next we will discuss how toxic frats and sororities attempt to say they are denouncing because they have a coming to Jesus moment. So, you're going to leave one so-called cult, and you like to use the word cult, y'all. They will sit up there and call your positive organization or positive department a motherfucking cult just because you have a network, not necessarily to violate individuals' rights. Even though when you let moles and real snitches and not even snitches, rats in the house, I'm like, darling, who sent you and what are your qualifications and where do you come from? Okay, let me continue, you guys. You can find many hypocrites sitting, ducking and hiding in a pulpit. That's what I was getting at, because they like, we're renouncing the sorority, so it's some cold stuff going on in the inside. We're not saying it's some bad stuff that have not happened, like hazing and all that other stuff. I should have went undercover doing that, because they begged me so much to join so many different sororities, and I was like, no, but I should have gone in inside, because y'all know that's what I like to do best, beyond my investigative journalism and undercover reporting shit. So when it comes to, what I'm saying, unnecessary civil issues, I have to make that disclaimer, okay? All right, Vlad, are you the 12, sir? If I were the 12s, I think I would have made about 80 to 90 arrests, sir, properly so, for fraud. Thank you, sir. Thanks for asking. And no, I know we're going to leave it to the boys to go on your channel. The girls got their own thing brewing and coming, okay? It's called We Pot Now Niggas. But then, like, I ain't no nigga, I'm a Russian. So why the individuals accuse me of being a Russian spy at that, Mr. Valad? I mean, I know that's not your fault or whatever, but, I'm like, I don't want to sit up there, Yeah, that one. So they say they're running from the cults over sororities to run to the church, Camilla. That's why Camilla comes in handy. Because Judge Joe Brown, like, there's some whores in the house. There are definitely whores. There's also moles in the house, sir. So when the pressure gets too thick, individuals are trying to be taught how to carry themselves and not to be a whore. And if you're going to be the whore, be an undercover whore, please. Don't sit up there and pretend to be like, you know what I'm saying, a motherfucking, just holier than thou when you know what your motives are. So their motives look like it was just to see, let's see what's peekaboo. Let's see what's going on in the sororities, AKs. Let's see. Now, AKs, Felita Hannah-Poole, who is a thief and helped individuals hit multi-million-dollar licks. She is not AKA. And for the most part, I'm kind of happy. So I don't know what they're teaching them, and I forgot the sorority that she's a part of, but I'll have that information for you guys, just so that we can kiki and cackle, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes. And right here, okay? Who needs fucked heart? Greg, hey Greg, hey boy, hey. Okay, let's continue. So there's like, we were leaving this thing, and we're gonna go to the call of the church. Are you serious? Poverty pimps, y'all. Poverty pimps. Oh, make it make sense. So we're denouncing and renouncing sororities, but we're gonna go ahead and be like, we're having a coming to Jesus moment. We're going to church. All right, so let's go to church. Let's go to church without the poverty pimping pastors. And when I say poverty pimping, y'all, gold up, silvered up, cubic zirconia up, whatever the fuck they wearing these days. Got on a pimp suits, you heard me. Even clowns wear pimps. Even clowns wear pimp suits too. And I'm monstered up, and I don't fuck with clowns. That's not my tagline, y'all. So if y'all know the unicorns, that's where the tagline comes. You always want to give virtual credit, okay? It's no different from journalism. Thank you. So let me repeat this line again. You can find hypocrites sitting, ducking, and hiding in pulpits in an effort to beg God for forgiveness daily versus actually changing their motherfucking own lives, basically. So they could chastise you. They could chastise you, the American people. They can chastise you. But they'll never sit up there and look in the mirror and you know what I'm saying, allow themselves to self-check themselves, all right? And that's what you call a motherfucking self-reflection. And I should have just brought my brush out here so I could just beat on this desk. Okay, let me continue. I reckon they purposely fuck their own lives up, and they will basically try to fuck other individuals' lives up as well, just for the motherfucking shits of it, just for the gags, just for the motherfucking bitch. It's not funny. The giggles. Are you serious? Are you serious? Let's continue, you guys. So they were intentionally and purposely fuck their lives up and expect empathy or sympathy for you, and these whores get none from me. Absolutely zero. All right? So, they fuck their lives up. Let me repeat it. Fuck their lives up, or their ability to form healthy bonds with women and or men as well as unions. Okay. So if it's up, then it's stuck, and it has nothing to do with the artistry or whatever. We're just saying, because that was a cute little tagline. Got to get props where it's due, okay? We never sit up there and be like, oh, yeah, individuals might think that something is trash, or not everything, but might think something is trash, but that does not, you know what I'm saying, just make it seem like, oh, okay, well, you don't have any, you know what I'm saying, talent at all as an entertainer, because an entertainer is different from being an artist, and even Prince, you know what I'm saying, taught us that. So let me take a, y'all know I have a tendency to be long-winded. So they fuck up their lives, then they want to fuck up other individuals' lives for no motherfucking give reason for the season. I don't have the cuss words written down, you guys. Or their ability to form healthy bonds and unions, okay? Then attempt to take it out on all of society. So then that's when they be like, oh, it's the whites people. There ain't too many whites people joining no black sororities. I'm just saying, or whatever. But it's interesting because black people are like, I literally want to join an all-white sorority. It's like, girl, why would you? What do you guys have in common? I'm not saying that you don't have anything in common, because we all know, no matter the color and or creed, you understand, everybody have something. It's the differences that make us more alike, okay? It's the uniqueness that make us more different. You can find Jezebels and harlots being envious and jealous of others who refuse to depend on unfathomable, pure evil, basically. Real success is not measured by how many, you know what I'm saying, can be a part of a childish clique, and we're not saying that, oh, it's always been like that with sororities or whatever, because we know, individuals know people that have been in, you know, sororities. Nor can real success be defined by six figures. And that's why it's important for the gammas who refer to themselves as alpha. There's nothing alpha about, you know what I'm saying, leading with your wallets. And I'm just going to digress on that point. When it comes to real legitimate business or businesses, the primary foundations consist of real customer service, real business models, real services being rendered, real business based upon real AR and AP for Leader Hannah Pool, not inappropriate third-party billing vendors and contractors. We the people rest our case, Mitch. And we yield back to Congress, and I'm going to pause there, and I'm going to come back, and we're going to do episode 5, basically. And this is like sorority wars, sorority series, whatever you guys want to call it. Let me know what you think below in the comments. Should it be sorority war, sorority series? I particularly think that war is raw and raw is war, basically. And this go around, various type of wars are very necessary for transparency purposes for Leader Hannah Pool. Have they not been getting a Consumer Financial Protection Bureau memos? Have they not been getting the federal department didn't drop the ball on this part? We're not saying that they're perfect in DC or whatever, but even they were sending memos to them and they're like, fix and do the corrective actions because this shit is some bullshit. And they're like, la 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 la, twiddling their fingers like, fuck DC. So now we're saying, fuck you, Felita Hannah Poole or whatever, and fuck the horse that you rode on, girl. And I'm glad that she didn't pledge AKA, because I would have been a little bit slightly offended, and put that in tough air quotes. I would have been slightly offended. I'm like, this is not what other AKAs represent, child, girlfriend. And if individuals truly wanted to sit up there and engage in physical combat, and even though this bitch is like 50, no, she's like 60 some years old, I don't give a damn about your age, girl, friend. So you teaching your clients in Washington State, from the pillar of the poles of the Lord degenerate side of liberal Louisiana to Georgia. That's why I'm saying, if you're blogging from Georgia, stay in your blogging lane, because the Tech Princess does not have a problem with you. We have a problem with the individuals who are listed on these unclassified reports, which all have not been released to the public, basically. And when you see my grandfather Joe Biden, tell him I say hello. Tell him Irish Canary said hello, because when we're on our tech shit, my other moniker is Irish Canary, Vlad. Let's get that right, sir. Thank you for asking. When we're on our semi-tech shit, Civic STEM. And I work for the American people, basically, Vlad. So I know, sir, I don't have a badge, sir. And if I did have a badge, I'll be going to get the pedophiles. Now, others did, however, have badges or whatever, and I enjoy being on the ride-alongs. Whether we're pulling up like journalists or whatever. Pulling up in a capacity as a journalist. If I had a badge, I'd be going to get the pedophiles and the rapists. I wouldn't be going, you know what I'm saying, harassing individuals about. And I'm not saying all individuals do this, because we have great, you know what I'm saying, Leos on the force that have dedicated their lives to public service and civic duty. Sir, thank you for asking. I don't do real interviews, you guys. And if I did, it probably cost about $20,000 on up, basically. I don't know how deep Vlad's pockets are, but I'm trying to see something, mister. I'm just playing. I don't do interviews, you guys. There's no need to, because we have real spokesmen. Okay, it's called the individuals that we vote for, basically, and some of them have a slight disconnect, but it's perfectly okay, because when we're speaking about policy, rules, guidelines, Felita Hannah Poole, interstate compacts, which is lack thereof, ma'am. When we're speaking about OPM or OMB, ma'am, control numbers, that is, you dig. We all speak the same language when it comes to real laws, federal guidance rules, state laws. Thank you for asking. I begin the pedophiles and the rapists, even the poverty pimps. That's your pastors, even they know this. And thank you for doing an excellent job, Leos. We're going to tell you to pat yourself on the back and thank you for your service very much. I appreciate it, because one of the pastors in this great state of Texas, his ass went down for drug raping women. I'm pissed off right now, you guys, but I'm smiling. And I told you guys, even if you're pissed off, always wake up with a smile. Say cheese. So they nabbed that. I don't even know how much that motherfucker got or whatever. And obviously the church was so disgraced. The entire church should have been disgraced, because you took up for this bastard, basically. So I don't want to hear the bullshit. They're talking about, oh, dear white America, dear black America with common sense. So it's going around the YouTube streets. They're like, the pastors are fighting. Fuck both of the poverty pimping pastors, respectfully. At least to one of them, because at least he's bringing the juice, the gossip, and all the motherfucking tea. So we can, as girls, appreciate that. And no, I don't know if he's straight or gay. I'm not going to be calling people straight or gay, but it really does not matter, because I don't give a fuck about people's sexual preference, orientation, or who the fuck they're sleeping with. And Felita Hannah shouldn't either. What do you guys think? What does Camilla think? And that's why I don't call Camilla a whore. And no, Camilla, we don't need you to speak, because I'm pretty sure you have all of the reports, ma'am. And even if you don't have it, you have a nice fancy clearance to get them. They've already been sent to Virginia and DC or whatever. So I don't know if they put it in a special alien file or whatever, or, you know what I'm saying, sent it up to space. I don't know if the UFO carried it off, but yeah, that one. So shh. I should shh. Miss Harris. And people want to figure out, I'm not even going to say it, because even if I said it, it would be very hilarious, because they'd be like, Hillary knows where the bodies are buried, and I'm just like, what bodies? The only thing I was fucking pissed off at Hillary, he came, he saw, he died. Individuals love Gaddafi. Just like we love our own leaders, just like some individuals love Putin. I just like strong leaders, period. I don't give a fuck what they represent. Seems like Sweden is going to probably be taking any of you guys. Sweden and Poland. It looks like, I don't know, because I don't do national, I don't step on individuals' feet when it comes to national fucking security or national policy. I just stay in my domestic lane or whatever, and then I report the real news. With little, it's not even gossip. It's like, it's real tea, and it is piping hot. That's not my tagline, you guys. The tea is piping hot. You might want to work tweak on the intro, what like one of them was getting it, girl, or whatever. You was trying to dance or whatever. Dance, bitch, dance. She be doing that. At least she don't care or whatever. She don't know how to dance that well, because, you know, she's from, you know what I'm saying, the Midwest, I believe. Yeah. Hey, girl, if y'all want to know what the gig is, look, Camilla got all the motherfucking juice, y'all. She got all the tea. I curse like a seller so these jackasses won't sit up there and be putting people's likeness, brand, and their voice on their channels without fuck you, pay me. Oh, white America, you might ask, or black people with common sense, fuck you, pay me. Mean if you're going to use anything that I create or other individuals who are real influencers, by the way, and real artists, if you're going to use anything that they create, thank you, Barty. I appreciate that you love She's Bad, She's Bad, She's Bad. I tweaked that beat, and I tweaked it because the beat was very flat, and when the niggas heard it in the studio, they were like, this is the bop. Respectfully, we're just girls we want to have fun, basically. So yeah, y'all fans, I told you, your fans don't like each other, and that's perfectly okay. We're here for the, you know what I'm saying, the sugar-coated beef. Not the kind of beef that I don't want 30 to life. That's what I try to tell to Felita Hannah Poole, Miss Camilla Harris. Bitch, it's other individuals, you know what I'm saying, doing 30 to life. We know what that looks like, and I don't think 30 to life is for me, Hillary. Oh, Hillary know where the bodies. What bodies? And we're not saying that Hillary is perfect, but she's not. But she has to judge. God is going to be the judge of every saint and every sinner. And some individuals are real. They make Satan and Lucifer look horrible. That's how evil these jackasses are, and they do not have a clearance, Mrs. Harris. And that's why it was so, and others were so disturbed by it. It's very unbecoming. So we don't know what their particular bottom of the fucking barrel sorority, you know what I'm saying, and we don't know what they taught them, but that girl, Felita, that was not it, darling. Helping individuals hit federal and state licks, my dear, that's definitely not it, governors. The competent ones, that is. And no, we will not be running to the governors like little crybabies. We're going to battle this shit out, Colonel Roy Potter, and thank you for your service, even though I don't know why we was in Iraq and Afghanistan, sir. I just didn't go there. The boys go on the front lines. I do know, and during Operation Desert Storm, that was burning up their own oil, y'all. I said, now there's some bad mama motherfucking jammers. But I don't fuck with the nationals. I ain't trying to piss nobody off, not because they intimidate me. I'm just not trying. I stay in my arena, which is research, and the research has been done. And y'all got to be nice to Mr. Mitch McConnell, where Mitch was like, I don't want to keep putting it. Y'all better know who y'all leg is, and know who y'all congressmen and women are, and see how well they are working for you. Because we know I was a working, and I appreciate it too. That's why I say we wake up every day, even though the sergeants got over 80, now it's 90,000 stolen from them. And that's why we say we do not believe in dirty cryptocurrency, basically. But that's going to go over the sheep and zombies' head. And I think Wall Street, I'm talking about the real big dicks who like to read those real clean portfolios and them clean motherfucking returns, you dig? Yeah, big bank gonna take little bank, basically, because the big and the little bank belong to the bad mama jammas, i.e. federal employees, service members who are very motherfucking based. And I don't know what TD Jakes was talking about, because it was some whores in their house. I'm not even going to get into all that, not right now. But if I get bored on downtown, you know, I get into it. I would get into the shit. I put everybody on a chopping block. And I never met TD Jakes, y'all. I never been to the Potter House. I declined a visitation. Thank you. Thank you for asking, Vlad. But like, people know me. Yeah, people know you. They can't wait for you to show your face, sir, because they was like, ooh, I know he fine. I know. I kind of just figure, like, I know that individuals who are, you know what I'm saying? I was about to say, because that would have been a lie. I was about to say, I don't rape people, but when these motherfucking Jezebels, these whores start trying to rape women or whatever, or try to pretend that they were cuter and smarter, then I rated the whore as a 2, Charlemagne. I'm just saying. I don't have a sound effect machine yet, you guys, but if you want to help me get one, Cash App envy me greatly. Thank you. This is hilarious, you guys. I think I'm gonna run it to 30 minutes or whatever, but I know Camilla has to be laughing her fucking Camilla and Hillary. Are you what kind of wine do you girls sip these days? Do you sip something like expensive? Do you sip things that you can't pronounce or whatever? Because I don't. I don't care if someone offers me something that I cannot pronounce or offers me something to eat that I cannot pronounce. You know, like when you're ordering dinner, I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to order. I don't want you to order for me if I cannot pronounce it. I mean, if I cannot pronounce it, thank you for asking. I know Camilla is laughing her ass off because Camilla is sitting on the freaky tails. And we ain't talking about her freaky tail. At least Camilla is cute. Camilla says she snapped a white man. I almost snapped one of them, girl. I don't know if he Jewish though. I met some beige Jews though, and they're kind of similar to black people. They know how to dance. They just listen to different type of music, but they remind me sort of the music that we listen to in the South or whatever. That's why I say certain rhythms, and if I think it's also a part of metaphysics, but it's so taboo. Even scientists don't want to speak about it, basically. Which is good because some things need to be like secret societies, and not all secret societies are actually secret. Sometimes they'll spill out some truth beans or whatever, and then they'll go back like Scooby Dooby Doo, back into hiding behind a curtain. Why? Because they know that even if they spoke the truth and they had, you know what I'm saying, a huge voice in America, that the sheep and the zombies would either A, run, B, say everyone is coming to get them, or C, just be like, who's going to believe it? I mean, individuals who are able to think critically, Mr. Jordan Peterson, individuals who can think based upon reasoning and evidence, basically, logic, and all that shit underneath the sun, the stars, and the moon. And please do not ask me about outer space because I've never been there, okay? Nor do I want to go because sometimes the unknown, I mean, that could be a good thing, basically. Because when you see truth and nothing but the truth, it could be terrifying to the sheep and the zombies. They're not finished playing games with the base service members, y'all. So that's what it is behind the scene. They're not finished playing games because if they were, they would surrender to the United States government that's based. We don't know what my grandfather, Sleepy Joe Biden, who has dementia or a pinch or a touch of Alzheimer's, a touch of times, what he's doing, he's probably sleeping on a job. And how's that for remote control? We've been working, sir. And where is my stipend? Our closed mouths don't get fed underneath good faith. Well, if you return the files and all the papers and all the other stuff, and I didn't by 2014, 2015. Stop playing with my intelligence, please. And I really, truly mean my intelligence. And we're not speaking about IQ. That's going to go over the sheep and zombies' heads. Oh, we don't think certain people should be in a space. Well, why didn't you sit up there and tell that to Mr. Mike Baker, who visited Mr. Joe Rogan? And you can put the Mr. in lowercase because Joe Rogan, he's short, y'all. He a midget just like me. Are y'all scared of tall people? Oh, it's the Taurus. The Taurus with cat eyes. It's the big angry black man. I've never seen Taurus angry, but I'm pretty sure all of us get angry or upset. It's just how we choose to deal and, you know what I'm saying, deal with the anger or whatever. And we chose to fight and execute comprehensive reports, that is. We chose to save the American people money by not engaging in unnecessary physical combat, basically. And who wants to do 30 to life? But I'm like Hillary with bodies. And that's how we handle pedophiles and serial rapists, what we call these gammas. Because when you rape a child or rape anybody, you have to be a beta gamma male, because real alphas would never do that. They understand what no means no. Even if they're engaging in sex and someone's uncomfortable, no means no. So that's the gag and thrills of it all. Thank you for asking, Vlad. Vlad like black girls, y'all. I didn't know that. Because I thought he was a racist. That's what they call everybody. They call the bears racist, the unicorns racist, everybody's a racist. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's the Black Hawk, man. I like y'all to make facial expressions. That's why I be doing all kind of that. Be showing y'all how to do facial expressions, and I heard it's good for your muscles too. And I have a little pimple, y'all, but I'm still gonna get on because it'll be very superficial of me not to sit up there and just, if I can show my face when it's clear, I can show you when it's breaking out. And I ain't gonna say think, I'm about to start my cycle, and that always happens. I get the most hideous bumps every once in a while. And that's another reason why I try to drink I know why I do drink plenty of water. And I be thinking, people, thank you. People think, I don't believe in any type of indulging in stuff excessively. That's why I don't believe in morbid obesity nor anorexia. Individuals think I be drinking alcohol because I'm from New Orleans, and a lot of people from New Orleans do not drink. They have this thing called virgin daiquiris. And I mentioned it in an old episode. So yeah. All right, you guys. So we're at the 30-minute mark or whatever, because the sheep and the zombies have a low IQ, which is why I tend to make 2 to 3 hour videos sometimes, because they be having a lot of truth and gems dropped inside of the yacht. Read between the lines. All right, so shout out to the real influencers out there. You know who you are, and you know how to, what I'm saying, separate yourselves from the frauds or whatever, fake bloggers, because they don't really blog, because in order to blog, baby, you gotta read and write. Escribe. ¿Cómo se dice read? Is it leer in español? Correct me by leaving a comment below. I think I'm talking to algorithms at this point in time and space, you guys, but it's perfectly okay. I'm used to that. Remote control. And it all could be seen as remote learning as well. I know that we be sitting up there, we curse a lot, curse like a sailor. Our other people were real sailors. My uncle didn't really curse like that, but others do, no matter the branch. And sometimes we want certain messages to get lost because we want sheep and zombies and male haters, notice I didn't say men, male haters to basically get their passports and go to Africa if you hate black women so much. They hate us so much they don't have any time but to sit up there and hate troll black women, and they belong on a domestic terror list. Not all of them. It's just they're a cult, but the handful that don't sit up there and harass women, they're the rare exceptions. They're exceptions to the rule. Mr. Jordan Peterson. Black faces think if they hide behind Jordan Peterson, and Mr. Peterson can't bust a grape, he's like a clinical psychologist or whatever. And we're not saying that he absolutely cannot, because when individuals are in fight or flight mode, they're capable of doing anything, and even Hillary showed you that. I'm teasing and joking because I don't blame people for nothing that you can't see evidence of. But it makes it funny. I'm not a comedian though. Others are. Cancel caution. You can't cancel anything that you do not monetarily just basically support. So yeah, it's a lot of gammas. It's really ugly white men, and you have nothing to do with this. So they don't even have. What's their explanation? I say we was reaching a 30-minute mark. What's these gammas you hate? Please get your passports and go to Africa. But if your criminal background drops like Malcolm's, Andre's, and Kedrick's, more power to you and good luck with that. Good luck getting past TSA too. I'm just saying, I'm being honest. I mean, that's common sense though. So yeah, these poverty pimps, they're real. Some of them were real pimps, white people. Real pimps. And I'm talking to the black guys too. The black guys who are like predominantly like from the suburbs and can tend to be green about some street shit. They hate black women or whatever, and it's like, please go to Africa and get those damn passports and build you a motherfucking hut in a village and leave individuals alone when they're not bothering or disturbing your inner peace, which they have none, because misery basically loves company. Let's get back to T.D. Jakes real quick. He was like, women shouldn't act like men. That's true. But at the same time, when our men are fighting on the front lines, we should know how to defend ourselves, and that's why the Second Amendment is very beautiful. Thank you for asking, Congress. And I do believe eye for an eye. Hillary knows where the bodies at. What bodies? And that's why I have so much faith in individuals who are based in who served our country. Yeah, we didn't want to serve in Iraq and Afghanistan, but serve the country not for, what I'm saying, a pat on the back or a stupid ass medal. Not all of it is stupid because some individuals did deserve the freedom, the medal of freedom. Those are the guys that you do not always necessarily get to see nor meet. And I have. I met them up close and personal, like, especially during Katrina. Thank you for asking, Anderson Cooper. Please let me know if you were really boots on the ground because I got kind of teary eyed. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Please don't give Anderson compliments because he does not like that because Brian Stelter, they're our nemesis at fake news, CNN. So yeah, these gamblers who like to be like, we hate women, please go and get you something that looks foreign, please. And then don't sit up there on the flip note and say, you know what I'm saying? Because the same ones that hate women, then you got the black Jezebels, the females that hate black men or whatever. And we're like, you all can get a passport and leave America. Please go do it. Please run to Africa. Those are the real colorists, basically. So that's what we have to deal with white America. They be like, individuals are ambiguous. So what exactly does that mean? Can you please elaborate? Because I know individuals in different, positions or whatever, rich or poor or whatever. And mind you, some poor people do not necessarily realize that they are poor and they're comfortable with, earning and working for whatever it is that they want. So if they do not want certain things or whatever, they're not going to basically work as hard. They're just going to work enough to be comfortable, basically. And they're far different than what we call the peasants. The peasants think that America owes them something. The peasants thought they could steal from service members and federal employees as well as state employees. The peasants thought that they could sit up there and put their foot on white America's back or they're base Jews. Y'all be getting Jews mixed up with the Kazakhs because y'all got to go to the Acts for Truth. He'll tell y'all about that. I can't even pronounce it. Kazakhitarians or some shit. That's a new motherfucking term for me, basically. But I can tell real from fake, basically, because I've met real Jews and they own their own businesses and no, we will not disclose what type of businesses they own because we don't want you setting them afire. Like they was jumping on police cars, setting the fire. Can you pay for that car? Can you pay for that building you just burned up? And don't expect individuals to come back and rebuild in your unfortunately on your plantations. This is why we call this a random channel because we running all the bullshit together like roll that beautiful beam footage. You heard me. Yeah, they feel like as though, oh, if I can't make it or earn it or what, I just want to take it. Okay, then let us know and let the American people know how that turned out. And I yield back to Congress because we're not backing down. And yes, individuals do feel Jordan Peterson like they do want to, not how to get away with murder. It's like, yeah, that one, sir. And feelings are emotions, like whatever. Well, how would you feel if individuals hit a motherfucking lick on you so horrible to where you could basically, if you didn't have a good family support and a good network in a unit, you could basically just like drown. And yes, I believe in waterboard. How would you feel? It doesn't have anything to do with feelings. It has a lot to do with entitlement, basically. You're not entitled to other people's money. You're not entitled to individuals' mineral rights and or land rights. And we're not speaking to the government. We're speaking to regular degglers, Wall Street. These scammers aren't even real brokers. We're speaking to the regular degglers who like to steal from American people, who like to waste in waste sensitive programs, which serves under-deserving, I don't want to say under-deserving popular communities, which serves the forgotten men and women, basically, no matter the color and or creed. And how's that for balanced economics? We don't say we can't serve you or provide you counseling because you're white. That's discrimination. We can't serve or offer you counseling because you're black. That's discrimination. We can't serve etc, Latinos, Vietnamese because that's discrimination. Now you're back to DC. Not necessarily whatever, because DC trying to get it together. Like all the other wars in Iraq, Afghanistan, Operation Desert Storm, Kuwait. It's like, why we didn't sit up there? Oh, okay. All right, that one. So we end up saving the American people and so did you guys a lot of money because we did not engage in physical combat. We could. We still can. Is it worth it? So individuals impersonate service members, so that's the motherfucking gag. So you just imagine what's going on behind the scenes. So when you sit up there, just think about identity theft and think about someone walking out with a huge motherfucking purpose, is writing checks that their ass can't cash, and then when individuals like creditors or bogus creditors are coming back looking for monies, which they should not ever fucking release in the first motherfucking place, because you know you have to engage in certain types of personal identifiable information and other types of matches, and that is what we call streamlining American people. Thank you. They feel entitled to other people's money, and we hope it was worth it. We're not backing down, and Congress know we're not backing down. This has nothing to do with DC, truly, because DC have sent several memos starting in 2014 ongoing. How's that for OMB forms that were misused from state to state to state to state without these enemies ever stepping a foot into the deep red states. And no, we're not going to run behind politicians, and politicians are, in fact, no matter the color and creed, they're doing their motherfucking thing. Period. Sheep and zombies not paying attention. Probably because they're thieves and they like to hit federal licks, y'all. And if you're going to hit a lick, next time, like I said in the other episode, go ahead and rob a bank. Shit. I ain't even going to say that's what real gangsters do. Real gangsters will work on the street at least to support their motherfucking cause. All right, you guys, we're at the 40-minute mark, so I'm going to end it right there. I know I gave you guys a mouthful, but I don't want you guys running down deep, dark rabbit holes saying, where are the children? Where's the kids? The kids is missing. Organ harvesting, and all. It's a bunch of bullshit. And we're not saying there won't be instances where you'll have special cases, but then that's when you got special forces that be rocking and rolling, basically. They rescue real kids. They rescue the kids. They'll rescue women. I don't know if they ever had to rescue men. I never even thought about that, where the men are locked up in dungeons and they have to actually rescue men. I know they have to rescue little boys no matter the color and or creed. And they can't stand pedophiles, y'all. That's why they be like, have to shake. Look, I don't believe in holding hostages. Like, let them do what they're going to do, Katrina. The bodies. Yes, honestly, Jordan Peterson, thank you for asking. And no, we don't need those type of services because we provide them, sir. Or at least that's what individuals choose to. Even some individuals who are competent in these YouTube streets. We'll just, talk is cheap. I agree, y'all. That's a podcast. And just because individuals, like I said, frequent different podcasts who are the bomb, that does not mean we necessarily, you know what I'm saying, share the same exact views, especially when it comes to entertainment, basically, okay? Okay. This has been a special sorority series, or should I be like sorority series? Sorority War, sorority series of Crowns and Tea with your favorite mean girl, your fabulous, so sweetest tech princess. I work for the American people. We the people. Ask not what you can do for your government. Ask what your government can do for you. You heard me. Envy me greatly. And it's not me envy people with envy and jealousy, okay? It's rhetoric for the low IQ sheep and zombies who are inquiring to know who are copycats, clones, and chameleons. Bunch of uglies. Mean-spirited, I mean. Inside and out, Charlemagne. And it's your girl, if you got something to say about light skin pale, I'm not going to be playing this colorist wars with you. You say you're going to put on a woman show, and that's exactly, I say touche. I miss theater arts, darling. When I'm on off time, now you see me and now you don't. Who do you think putting on a best performance or whatever? If I wasn't, why do these gremlins like to flag channels with their bots and their algorithms? Tee, that's all, folks. All right, you guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm so proud of the American people. I am definitely, y'all doing y'all thing. Whether it's business, entertainment, artistry, independent, politics. Y'all did y'all thing. I'm so proud of you guys, okay? I don't want to tear up on y'all, whatever, because we got to stay strong. Not because we strong women and Not because I don't want to be strong. I don't want to change no goddamn tire. I don't want to change no oil. I don't want to mow the lawn. It's important for women to be able to hold down a household when our guys are on the front line. Okay? That part. It's important for you guys to know how to shoot a rifle. We already know white people got that in the bag. And I'm not being funny. They shoot at the age of goddamn 8. And there's nothing wrong with that. I ain't saying the age of 8, but when they're mature, basically. And colored people do the same thing. And that's the amazing part about the motherfucking queer hating the South. What did Pimp C say? Y'all see the Pimp C of the podcast? Y'all see Pimp C Millie? Millie, 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 can't you see? And she ain't always sure she be doing her own thing or whatever. She's entitled to have her own views and opinions, and that is why she is on mobradio.com, I think. Anyway, you guys, so yeah. Y'all be seeing me doing my little drops. I'll be doing a virtual drops. Other people really know how to do the drops because they're like DJ Axe or something. Like a California love girl or something. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Dun, dun, We got them beasts, baby. You heard me. All right, now I got a jet, and it's some people that I truly fuck. I truly love you guys or whatever, and that's why individuals support you and we rock with you, period or whatever. And I don't know what y'all drunk. Teddy over there drunk. We sitting up there, y'all doing some love, some Atlanta fake news stuff. I thought y'all was reporting real news because that's what we're doing at Crowns and Tea. Thank you for asking.